Hello everybody! 2024 is coming to a close and I wanted to talk about a subject that's been weighing on my mind for a few weeks now, and that is the topic of closure, having closure. And as we come to an end with this year, sometimes some of us may want to have closure with somebody that's been in our lives. And especially with today being a new moon, and I felt called to talk about this because there's been something that I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to have closure with somebody that, I felt I needed closure with. I won't get into specifics because that's not important. Although I do love to share certain things about my life, and sometimes I feel like it's like a telenovela. But I feel like for this one, I'm going to sit out the personal details. I'll just say it's been weighing on me for some time where I wanted to have closure with this person. And I felt like, well, what's the point? Because that person made their decision to let me go. This person made the decision to not be in my life. And while at first, of course, when we lose somebody, and granted 2024, we lost a lot of people because 2024 is the year of ending karmic cycles, ending karmic relationships, toxic relationships. So if you're not out of that toxic karmic cycle, it's going to bite you in the ass in 2025. But I'll make a separate video on that. But what I was going to say is this year is all about ending toxic cycles. And sometimes with those toxic cycles, or just relationships in general that are not meant for you, not necessarily toxic, but relationships that are not meant for you. And so sometimes we want to have closure. Now, there is this dilemma where we talk with, higher self and ego. And sometimes we're like, well, which is it? Which one's telling me to do it? Which one's telling me to have closure? Which one's telling me not to bother, right? So normally we want to be the bigger person and not give that person energy. But sometimes it can linger by us not speaking our truth. It can linger and affect us emotionally. And I'll tell you that right now, I had closure within my heart, within my mind. I felt like I had peace. I really do have peace and don't have to say anything to this person. But it came to me in a bioresonance therapy session today that me not speaking my truth was creating an emotional block. It was creating a block in my heart. And it was putting a lot of pressure on my chest. And mind you, I've forgiven this person. I'm at peace with this person. I've let them go. I'm not mad at them. It is what it is. I was trying to be the bigger person, and I was comforting my inner child and my inner teen, saying, you know what, we don't need to have closure with this person. We don't need to say anything to this person because they did what they did. We cannot control people's behaviors and actions. We cannot control what people choose to do, right? Yes, people are a mirror for us. We cannot control how they act towards us. We can only control how we receive that energy, and we can only control how we react to them, right? So in some cases, when somebody gets betrayed, lied to, they get a reaction out of someone that they didn't like. A lot of times people, if you're in your unhealed energy, if you're in your wounded energy, you may want to lash back out at them and be like, F you, I can't believe you lied to me. I can't believe you hurt me, blah, 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 blah. And you may want to react and tell them exactly how you feel because you're so angry and you're in the moment and you want to just lash out your feelings on them because it's not fair what they did to you. But this is exactly why when these things happen, we do not react right away. Because a lot of times when people hurt you, when people lie to you, when people do XYZ to you, it is a reflection of you, and it's also a lesson that you have to learn, right? It's a lesson that we have to integrate. What is this person teaching me? How can I learn from this? What did their behavior show me? Well, this person showed me their true colors. This person showed me they weren't meant to be in my life. This person showed me that I needed to stop overgiving. And this person showed me that I was giving too much of myself to them and not giving enough to myself, right? So there's always lessons by the way people treat you. And that's why we shouldn't lash out on them because they're teaching you something. Their reaction to you it's teaching you something. But what I'm trying to get at is sometimes you may want to reach out. Sometimes you may want to reach out and you may want to have closure. And other times you may want to just have closure within. and you can write a letter and not send it. You can talk to their higher self, talk to them in the 5D and say, you know what, I feel betrayed, I feel hurt, but you know what, I forgive you, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry if I hurt you. I thank you for the lessons, I love you, and I let you go and I move on. Now, sometimes we can do this, come from a place of love in the 5D, you know, telling their higher selves, and it's not enough. In my situation, it unfortunately was not enough. I tried cutting the cord with this person. I was talking them in a very loving way. I was talking about them in a very loving way, and I was feeling so much compassion, and I was saying, you know what, I understand why they did that. I have compassion for them. I've let them go. And yet the thoughts of them would just come up over and over and over, and the thought of, you need to speak your truth. You need to speak your truth. And sometimes we do have to have closure, not so that they can hear us out, but so we can say what we need to, because we have to be authentic with ourselves. We are being forced and pushed to be as authentic as we possibly can be. So when we are authentic, this is what dissolves those barriers, those heart walls. When we are genuine with someone and we're not just letting people walk all over us, and I'm not saying you're genuine with them and you're saying, well, you did this and you did that. No, when you're coming from a healed place, not wounded, a healed place, you're not coming from ego, you're not attacking them, you're not pointing out their flaws, you're not pointing out their behaviors, but you are telling them how you feel in a compassionate, loving way, and that you are letting them go. That is what sometimes we need as closure. I truly believe that sometimes when we constantly see signs about a person, someone that's not your twin flame, okay, for example, when we constantly see signs about a person, such as a karmic or a soulmate, because people ask me, well, why do I get signs about this karmic, this person, if they're not my twin flame? Because sometimes the universe is trying to say, hey, you still have unfinished business with this person. It's not because you need to be with them, but because you need to do something about it. You need to have peace with them. You need to have closure with them. In my case, it was, I need to have closure with them. And I kept getting dreams and signs and blah, 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 bombarding me and saying, Jessica, wake up. You need to speak your truth. And I'm like, no, but I'm fine. I don't need to say anything because I'm fine. And it's like, no, you're not fine. You're not fine until you speak your truth. So I did. And sometimes that is necessary. And I feel really good about it. And when you do it, come from a place of no expectations. No expectations that they're going to respond, or that they're going to respond in the way that you would like them to respond. I don't care if they respond. I just needed to say what I needed to say. And it's honestly really good, especially at the end of the year. So guys, if you have something to say that is weighing on your hearts, and it is, or in your throat chakra, and you have all these communication blockages, speak from the heart. Speak with that person. Even if it's been so long, speak with that person and speak from the heart. Don't let your ego get in the way. Don't let the fears get in the way. Don't let your mind say, well, you did this, you did that. No, come from the heart. Speak to them from a loving, compassionate way and say you're letting them go, but you wish them the best. You wish them well. That is all we should be doing. We should never wish ill upon each other, because guess what? The universe is going to take care of people's karma. Whatever lessons they need to learn, they will learn. So all you can do is wish them the best, wish them healing, say goodbye, and move on. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful end of the year and have a happy new year. Much love.